Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to crochet this sweater. I did this for my daughter. So if you want a bigger size, you can increase the chains as per the measurement. For this project I am using 2 kicks of yarn and 5 mm hook. If you want the bigger size, you can increase the chains. Take a measurement according to your size. So basically I am doing this for my daughter. So it will be around 17 inches for her. So we are going to make a front part, back part and 2 sleeves, and I'm going to attach like this. Make a slip knot and start doing the chains. I will complete my chains and I'll meet you. I have made around 57 chains. So I did 2 more chains. So it's totally around 59. Skip the first 3 stitches, 3 chains, and make 1 double crochet in each stitch. Sorry, I forgot. We have to make the double crochet in the back loop of the chains, so that the look will be very neat, the stitch will be very neat. So turn your chain, insert your hook into the back loop of this chain like this, and make double crochet. Do this for all the chain stitch. Make sure you should get multiples of 3 stitches. Okay, so at the end of the chain I will get totally 57 double crochet. So I will meet you once I complete this row. I just finished this row and I got around 57 stitches. As you see, if we do the back loop double crochet, the look will be very, and the stitch will be very neat. So we are gonna basically do 3 more rows, doing only 1 double crochet in each stitches. Turn your work and chain 3. Make 1 double crochet into each stitches. Do 3 more rounds. So totally we need 4 rows of double crochet. So keep working on it. I will meet you once I complete the 4th row. I just finished the 4th rows. Now turn your work and do 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's skip the first stitch, the second stitch, and do puff stitch into the third stitch. So insert your hook, pull up the yarn, insert your hook 5 times. You need to do the 5 times. 4 and 5. Now yarn over into the hook, pull the yarn, and again one more time. So this is called a puff stitch. Now on the next stitch, insert your hook directly into the stitch and pull up the yarn and make 3 chains like this. 1, we already did 2 chains, and this is the third one, and connect this with the last stitch, last loop. So we are going to make the same thing. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and do puff stitch into the very next stitch. You have to pull the yarn 5 times. And it's a 4. And 5. Connect the all loops, yarn over and pull that. That's it. Now insert your hook into the next stitch and make 3 chains. 2 and 3. Connect those stitches. Chain 1, skip the first stitch, next stitch, skip the next stitch and do puff stitch into the very next stitch. Third one, 4 and 5. Connect all the loops. Insert your hook directly into the next stitch. Make 3 chains. The last one. Chain 1, skip the next one, do puff stitch into the next one. So we are going to do the same, repeat the same up to the last stitch. I will meet you once I complete the row. On this last row, we will have only 2 stitches. So I am going to skip the next stitch and make 1 puff stitch into the last stitch. We just completed the puff stitch row. Now turn your work. Chain 1 and do single crochet in each stitches. Make single crochet into the same stitch and the chain 1 space do 1 single crochet. One single crochet in each stitches. At the end of the row we should get totally 57 single crochet. Make sure you have to count each stitches in the row make one single crochet in each stitches and chain space. Keep working, do one single crochet in each stitches, and I will meet you at the end of this stitch. I just completed this row, and at the end of the stitch we will get we can see 4 chains. So here on the chain 1 space we need to do one single crochet. On the third chain, on top of the chain, we have to do one single crochet. So make sure at the end of the row you should do 2 single crochet. Okay, now turn your work. Chain 4, skip the first stitch, skip the next stitch, not the first stitch, because on the first stitches we made 4 chains. So skip the next stitch and do puff stitch into the very next stitch. Make sure you have to pull 5 loops, 4 and 5, connect the all loops together, that's it, and insert your hook into the next stitch and make 3 chains and chain 1, skip the next stitch and do puff stitch into the very next stitch. So basically we are going to make the same. As you see, we made one row of puff stitch and one row of single crochet. So 4 rows of double crochet and 4 set of puff stitch, one puff stitch, one single crochet, one puff stitch, one single crochet. So we are gonna make like this. Again 4 rows of double crochet and 4 set of puff stitch rows, and again 4 rows of double crochet, and make this according to your measurement. I got around 7 sets. I have already made a front part, so I'll finish my back part and I'll get back to you. Keep working like this. Okay, this is a sleeve, so I will let you know how to make this sleeve part. So we are going to make this slip stitch part, and after that again we are going to make 4 rows of double crochet. And for this hand I have made 6 set of puff stitch rows, and then again I just completed with the double crochet rows. I'll show you how to make this sleeve part. Make a slip knot. Make a slip knot. I'm going to make 15 chains. If you want, you can add more chains according to your measurement. I just completed the 15 chains. Now skip the first one, do slip stitch into the second stitch. As I said earlier, insert your hook into the back loop of this chain and make a slip stitch. Make sure your stitches should not be tight. So keep working on the slip stitch into each chain. At the end of the chain you will get around 14 slip stitches. The stitches should not be tight. If it is tight, it will be difficult for you to make the second row. On this row, make one chain and we are gonna make slip stitch into the back loop of the stitch. Okay, so insert your hook into the back loop of the slip stitch. I'll show you. So this is the first row. So we usually will insert the hook into this two loop, but for this row we are going to make a slip stitch into the back loop of this each stitch. So the same will be applied to each rows. Insert your hook into the back loop of the stitch and make a slip stitch. So continue the same in each stitches. Make sure the stitches should not be so tight. On this row, turn your work, chain 1 and do slip stitch into the back loop of this each stitch. Keep working like this. I will meet you at the end of the 34th row. Because according to my measurement, I got 34 rows. So if you want bigger one, you can make more rows. So this is my measurement size. Okay, I just completed the 34 rows. Now we are going to make double crochet in each stitches, chain 3 and do 1 double crochet in each stitch, so that at the end of the row 1 we will get around 34 double crochet. Keep working double crochet in each stitches. As I said, I have done 4 rows of double crochet and 6 set of puff stitch, and then completed with 4 rows of double crochet for this hand. So this is completely your choice. The design will be your choice. If you want the puff stitch only 4 rows, you can make it as per your wish. So keep working. As I said earlier, I just finished 4 rows of double crochet and 6 set of puff stitch, like 1 row of puff stitch and 1 single crochet into the next row, and again puff stitch, single crochet, puff stitch, single crochet. So I have done 6 rows for puff stitch and again completed with double crochet rows. I will complete the other sleeve part and I will meet you. I just finished front and back part of the sweater and 2 sleeves. I am marking this 2 stitch using the stitch marker, and we are going to attach the sleeve part first. So make sure you should have pick the last stitch and use the stitch marker. Use the stitch marker on both sides. Mark the middle of the sleeve part. I'm using needles to stitch this sleeve part. Attach the sleeve part like I show you. Make sure you should work on the wrong side. So puff stitch is the front part. So turn your work. Puff stitch part is the right side and this is the wrong side. Working on the wrong side. Attach the sleeves like this. I left 16 stitches and marking my neck part. So skip 16 double crochet and mark the stitch. Do the same for the other side as well. I just marked the neck part. So use the needle to achieve the neck part. Same, do the same in each sides. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any doubt, you can leave a comment. And thanks for watching, guys.